It's the Papagino's sponsored Family Fun Night, all part of the Memorial Day festivities here at the Speedway. We'll cap it off with Above and Beyond, the first rubber-tired monster truck ever to visit the Waterford Speedbowl. He'll battle with the bad boy, the Toyota-powered 4x4. Once again, 35 laps, 5 laps, longer than most features on Saturday night, as we normally do just 30 times around. Tonight, a bit special. We're going to go 35 times around for the open-wheel ground pounders. Clinch green flag is out. We look to go racing next time around. Yellow lights extinguished. Larry Ross out of Monroe, Connecticut, finally gets out on the speedway. The drivers check their belts. They tighten them a bit, check the gauges for the final time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're set to go racing open wheel style with the modifieds. They wind them up. The green is out. A battle up front between Eddie Turner and Frank Cardile. Jimmy Dolan gets a break with car number 69 in the inside lane. He moves into the runner-up spot and looks to chase down our leader. Colony Mitsubishi X6 with Scott Poirier on board, battling for that 4th spot with the 33 of La Jeunesse. A little bump and go. Everybody stays pointed in the right direction. Frank Cardile moves to the inside directly in front of the 33 of La Jeunesse as the inside lane gets to bite off the turn. La Jeunesse is up to 4th. Scott Poirier bobbles momentarily, regains control nicely. That opened the door for a lot of drivers to gain a spot or two. Cardile bobbles once again as the 33 moves into the 3rd spot. Chris Jones is up to 4th. Hurricane Harry Rice running in position number 5. Quite an exciting night of stock car racing, and as it continues here in the open wheel division. Close order racing at its best. Some of the heavy hitters stuck back in traffic. Down, 30 to go. Now it's a regular Saturday night feature event. Eddie Turner's in front, but he's quickly being challenged on the outside. The 33 of Mark La Jeunesse makes a bid for the lead here on the front stretch, and we have a brand new leader. The Sukeisha Hair Products entry out front. He got by Turner and now looks to set sail. Jimmy Dolan in trouble with car number 69, pulls out of line. He continues to roll with the left front tire gone down. That's going to bring out the caution. Once again. Quick action. Problems in turn number 4. Scott Poirier climbs aboard the number 5 of Harry Rice. Pete Pavone goes around. A lot of sheet metal damage, we hope, but Harry Rice's car is somewhat shorter, and Scott Poirier is able to drive away. He has got the car fired in gear, and he's looking to drive away at the magic 35. Somebody's going to get caught in the pit gate, folks. We can't see it, but the field rumbles off that 4th turn, and we're back to green. Chris Jones moves right in on the back bumper of La Jeunesse. Eddie Turner loses the bite, and in the meantime loses about 2 or 3 spots to boot. Field stretching it right out. La Jeunesse is out front. Chris Jones hot on his heels. Jimmy Broderick up to 3rd. He's been there before. The Flying Zero of Ricky Young is running in the 4th spot. This spot appears to be the 27 of David Gaeta. Running in the 6th spot. Last time feature winner, car number 43 for Jerry Pearl. A lot of heavy hitters right in the middle of the pack. Still biding their time as they've got 25 laps to go. Broderick in trouble, spins it out all by his lonesome. He just popped out of line. Regains control nicely. nicely, but cost some valuable real estate in the meantime. That opened up a lot of room between La Jeunesse and the 9 of Chris Jones. Those two cars have really walked away from the field. Ricky Young is running third, but a distant third at the present time. Gator is up to fourth. But again, they're a long way off the leader space as La Jeunesse really turning it on here in the early going. Problems. Eddie Turner slides off. Vinny Angles goes around. That's going to bring out the caution. Frank Cardiel also in trouble with the 22 car. Field settles down again. It's a drag race off the fourth turn. La Jeunesse on the inside, Chris Jones on the outside. Let's see which lane gets the bite. It appears to be the inside lane as Ricky Young taking advantage to challenge for the runner-up honors. Problems, they hook together. We got sparks flying. Eddie Turner tags the wall. Ronnie Rocco goes off the racetrack. Jimmy Broderick in trouble with the 3 car. Problems all over the racetrack with the 54 car. Jerry Pearl sandwiched somewhere in the middle with that 43 as we go back to green. Once again, it's the inside lane that appears to have the edge in turn number 1. La Jeunesse stays tucked down low. Ricky Young following suit gets underneath Chris Jones. Jerry Pearl on the march with car number 43, currently in the 4th spot, looking for 3rd. Bob Potter stuck in traffic, boxed out with the number 1 car. First time out with that automobile. Putting on a good show. Ronnie Rocco also looking to come forward with the 13X. Laps complete. Approaching that halfway marker. Of Dale Holdridge slowing as we approach the halfway marker. It'll be 18 down, 17 to go as Chris Jones loses it up in turn number 4. A couple of drivers taking evasive action to stay away from the number of Broderick. Both are out, and we're about set to go green. Jerry Pearl makes a move to the inside, a bid for the runner-up honors as the yellow flag comes back out. All comes to pay dividends on Saturday night. Once again, it's Mark La Jeunesse with the edge on the restart. Looks as though Ricky Young's going to try to go around the outside, but that opens the door for Jerry Pearl on the inside. Pearl now battling for the runner-up spot. Teddy Christopher is not far away. We've got problems as Burt Marvin goes around. Chris Jones, 83, in the lead. Jumps early as we go back to green right off, and again, Jerry Pearl is able to move to the inside of Ricky Young's flying 0. Somebody off the racetrack. Problems on the backstretch. Jimmy Dolan, 69, makes contact with both Potter and the 27 of David Gator. Both cars go around. Is about to pull the trigger on lap number 19. As we're back to green with, again, La Jeunesse now front, but this time Ricky Young gets the bite and beats Jerry Pearl to the runner-up honors as La Jeunesse. High in turn 2 gives way to the flying 0. La Jeunesse just bobble long enough to allow Ricky Young and Jerry Pearl to slide on by, but here comes Teddy Christopher and Ronnie Rocco. It's not over till the checkered flag falls, folks, so don't go away. Pearl, winning last time out, would like to make it 2 in a row. He'd like to get his own win streak started if he can, but I'm sure our defending track champion would like to pick up his first of the year and turn around some of that luck he suffered through up till this point. 3 cars battling for the lead. Ricky Young, Jerry Pearl, Mark La Jeunesse, Teddy Christopher about to join the battle. Yo, as Pearl goes to the outside. A lot of side-by-side action, and that's what open wheel modified racing is all about. Pearl staying on the outside, looking to make it 2 in a row, pulling alongside the Flying Zero in turn 2. Marc Lajeunesse trying to get it back after losing it a few laps ago. Yo, tight traffic in turn 4. Everybody manages to make their way through. In the meantime, Pearl loses the runner-up spot to Lajeunesse. Teddy Christopher has worked up to 3rd. Pearl is back to 4th, and here comes Rocco in 5th. About 10 laps to go. Again, this one's not over till the checkered falls. The first 5 cars run under a blanket. One of the tightest feature finishes we've seen in quite some time. Not only do you have to battle the driver in front, you have to cover your backside as well. A host of drivers looking for a good finish. Everybody looking to turn their season around. Lajeunesse being bumped around just a bit as the bumper tag through the turns becomes more prominent here in the closing laps. Ricky Young, Marc Lajeunesse, Teddy Christopher, Ronnie Rocco, and Jerry Pearl. 29 down, 6 to go. Laps becoming increasingly more important as Ricky Young in the Cassidy & Son TLB Auto Machine sponsored number Flying Zero has the lead. Lajeunesse not far behind. Precious laps remaining in counting. We're working down to the final 4 circuits. It'll be 3 as they cross the stripe.
Teddy Christopher looking up high with the North End Auto Parts number 54. Christopher continues to hold on to that 3rd position scoreboard, showing 32 laps down, 3 laps remaining. Passing flag going out to Jerry Nadeau, and car number 60 continues to be Ricky Young, Marc Lajeunesse, and Teddy Christopher. Christopher up alongside the 33 of Marc Lajeunesse. 2 to go marker being displayed to the rest of the field, this time by it's 1 lap to go. Teddy Christopher dangerously high towards the Armco barrier, pulls it back down, less than 1 circuit remaining. Ronnie Rocco running in that 4th position with car number 13 out of turn number 4 for the final time as our defending track champion picks up win number 1. Settling for the runner-up spot, the Sucacia Hair Products. Hair unique number 33 for Marc Lajeunesse of Norwich in one of his finer runs in recent time. Settling for position number 3 is car number 54, the North End Auto Parts entry for Teddy Christopher of Plainville. And unofficially in for position number 4, it's car number 13 for Ron Rocco of Yalesville. Well, your winner looking to pull down into victory lane, Joe Golis. Already down trackside, he'll have a word with your feature winner momentarily.
It's 35 lap modified feature event out of Canterbury, Connecticut. Driving to Cassidy & Sons TLB Auto Machine, sponsored number Flying Zero, finally finds the way home. Well, you know, it's been a long season. Ricky Young says, things just not going my way. I don't know what I can do. Well, I think you knew what to do tonight. You turned left and went hard. That's all it takes.
Well, I'll tell you, she was going good. You know, I'm lacking a little bit of power, but we weren't fast. We just could hold them off. That was all we could do.
Well, you were just fast enough to begin with. You had a lot of hot shoes running your back bumper. Was that the idea? Just run as hard as you could for as long as you could?
Right. And then when I got in the lead, I just went slower and I stayed on the bottom. I said, if they're going by on the outside. I'd like to thank Cassidy & Sons, TLB. I'd like to thank Spearpoint. This car, I tell you, did a good job for me. I was over there all week, and I appreciate Phil, Art, all the guys.
Well, evidently it played dividends. The car looked good, you ran good. Things are finally going your way. It looks a little brighter in the northern skies.
Thank God. I didn't think I was ever going to get the monkey off my back.
Well, you know, once you're the champion, you got to keep at it, and you did it. And that's what it takes, a little bit of consistency.
That's right. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my fiancée, Maria. All my brothers, we did a super job. Thanks.
How about it, folks? The winner of tonight's 35-lap modified feature, our defending track champion, finally visits Victory Lane.